Spirit,
You better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate,
Hey.
activate, look your Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Look your
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Look your Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Look your
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Look your Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Look your
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Look your Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Look your
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Hello, everyone. I'm back with my messy stuff. Okay. Welcome back to the Sean W. Show. Please hit the like and subscribe if you have not already. Okay, it's dark in here. I'm upset. Okay, I don't have all my lights on. I'm annoyed. Whatever. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please. Okay. I would appreciate that if you hit the like for me, please. Thank you. I love you guys. So we are back, and today's title is Proof That Diddy R-worded Cassie one day after Kim Porter died. Okay. Roger Bonds continues exposure of Diddy. Okay. Roger Bonds is another one of Diddy's ex security, head of security, to be exact. So we're going to get into that. We're going to listen to what he has been saying, and then we're going to get into, because I've been saying this for a few days, and whatnot, that when Cassie stated in the lawsuit that Diddy R-worded her, that it was when Kim Porter had passed. And that is true. Okay. From what I gathered, it's true. Okay. And I'm going to break down why that's true. And I have receipts. Okay. Which is the most important. I have proof of what I am saying. Okay. I'm not just saying it. I can prove it to you. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to prove to you guys. It's like whatever. So I love you guys. So let's get right into it. I'm not even going to hold you. Please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. So we're going to jump into Roger Bonds. Now, Roger, we don't like you. Okay. We're going to pull you up. We absolutely are. Roger, I don't like you. I don't like you, Roger, because I feel like you're telling the truth, but it's annoying that you have to clout chase, like on the way, because you keep bringing up your son that's in jail in Africa. Not even they care. Why would we? Absolutely. We love Africa. Okay, you're not about to come for the blacks. You're not about to do that. We don't have the same judicial system here. All right, as they have there. All right, Roger. Okay, we like Africa. Okay, Africa is the motherland. So if they keeping your son, now y'all can see he's getting on my nerves. He's getting on my nerves. He's getting on my nerves. So look, he keep posting this boy. And he keeps talking about this boy. We don't even know if he's innocent or guilty. We don't even know. We don't even know. And you keep trying to get him home. You got a whole bunch of other turn. We're about the info right now. Okay? I don't feel like you have to clout chase. All right? You are not a victim. All right? You're annoying. You're annoying me. Like you really are. Okay? Because you keep bringing up situations to bring up your son over yonder in Namibia, George. Trying to get us to feel sorry for him. We don't. Okay? Because Africa has him. All right? He's in good hands. It's just like, oh my God. So, he hasn't gotten a trial yet. Who told you he was going to get one? Because you ain't said that. Who told you? Did he? Did he tell you that? That's Africa, not America. You got to stop giving him our rights. He don't have none of them. You got to stop giving him our Constitution. It don't protect him over there. Okay? Okay? You're annoying. All right? We get it. Your kid is being charged with murder, okay, in Africa. We get it. Still ain't gonna do nothing about it. I'm not raising no awareness for it. You do it. Okay? You do it. But in your own time. Okay? It's time for us to expose Diddy. Okay? So expose him. Stop trying to like halfway expose him and then ask something about your son. At this moment in time, no disrespect, but him. Okay? Now he grown and he in Africa. Okay, Africa got, at least he's still alive. But did he die? R.I.P. Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Atiana. R.I.P. So many people agree. Over here, our people don't make it to the precinct. Even when they do, they get Sandra Blanded. Okay? So don't do that. Okay? At least he made it to jail. At least he made it there. At least he made it to the jail, girl. Because now they're in Africa. They could just take a machete and throw you to the anaconda. Throw you to Timberland. And, be on about their business. Like, okay. They could go on a safari and just drop pieces of your child over yonder. And you just mad just because he's just over there. At least he living. Now they took our girl. What was her name? The big old lesbian, my girl. They took her over there. Over there in Russia. So we had to get our girl. She was innocent. What they was gonna charge her with an appliance? I'm like, we need to get our girl. So we got our girl. That's what they were. We ain't worried about your son. Help me get my guilty son back over here. We don't know. We don't know what that word. Okay? All right? And they ain't said nothing about giving him no trial no time soon. Go on over there and visit him and just call it a day. Go over there and visit him because you started, you irking me. And you poking. Okay, with this boy, okay? He ain't coming home no time soon. Let it go. Oh my God. Oh my God, girl. And then you got these high pricing for these interviews. We're not Vlad. Vlad is white. Okay? Vlad is white. Yes, Brittany Grinner, thank you. Vlad is white. Okay? So he's going to pay you. That's what that word. We're not paying you for no interview. Okay? Come over here and just tell us what we need to know. What somebody got to pay you? Pay you for what? You was getting paid by a billionaire to keep secret. You're a liability. Just like your son. Just like your son. Now, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Now, Roger, you took a life at 19, allegedly. Okay? Roger, I'm going to need you to talk about that. You went to prison, and all of that stuff. Girl, when you was 19, you had an incident, okay? Not your son, you. Okay? So the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Okay? Now, if your parent take a life, you got a little bit of erderer in you. It's just a little piece. It's just a little piece of heredity. So, girl, now your son over there in Africa being accused of the same things you was being accused of at his age. Ain't this weird? I wonder who talked. So, because you leaving a lot out of this story. A whole lot out of this story. Okay? They ain't just pop up and say, you, come here. You under arrest for murder. Buddy, girl, no, you did it. You did it, you shut the fuck up. Come with us. It was not like that. No, it was not. He had some blood on his shirt or something. That's what that word. Okay? That's what that word. Because he still got on the same outfit he was arrested in. Gross. So, agree. So he has something on him. I don't know. Drop the night something. Okay? He was a part of this. That's what that word. Now, they ain't got him for no... You don't want to talk about that. You don't want to talk about none of that. You just swear he innocent. Like, if you say something in America, it's going to be used against him in Africa. It's not. It's not. Tell us what happens. Like, they ain't going to use it. Your dad said in America that not two different systems. Two different systems. Okay? That's what that word. Mm-hmm. I could go over to Africa right now and admit to a whole bunch of crimes that I did in America. Like, I did this, and I did that, and I did this, and I did that, and I did this, and I did that. Okay? Africa not sending me back to Africa, leave me alone. Africa just be like, look, he fine, y'all come get him. So, if it's that deep, you come get him. Then send your people, look, go ahead, we'll let you go. You got fine, but we ain't doing none of that shit. So, you find them on your own, white devil. So, girl, that's what that word. And so, girl. So, but if I come back to America, like, if they can prove that I did those things, then they can charge me with it. But they can't just charge me because you admitted to this in Africa. So what? I was in Africa. Gross. I plead the fifth. So, yeah, you guys gross. I will only talk about that in Africa. So if y'all not sending me to Africa to talk about this, I don't talk about it. I don't know what you guys are talking about in this country. Because, yeah. Mm-hmm. Keep in North America. If we're not gonna keep it in North America, like show your mom, show your face. So yeah, your son did something. Okay, Roger. Your son did something. He gets it because you is too. Okay, you is too, allegedly. All right. So he got a little piece of guilt with this situation. I ain't gonna say he full-fledged did it or girl, but he has something to do with it. Okay. And you ain't said nothing about that. You just keep swearing up and down. He innocent. Yeah, our people. Our people. Wakanda said that they got him for the right stuff. Okay. Wakanda said we keep him. He tried to leave here with some of the uranium. We keep him. That's what that word. So, my girl. So, all right, as long as Wakanda stated they keep him, leave it alone. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, get over it. I'm like, just like, let it go. You don't want your son to feel like you gave up on him, right? Okay, he's been over there for years, right? Yeah. So whether you wanted to or not, you gave up on him, you know, because he's still there. You know, you on the phone with him every day talking about some next week, next month, next year, next week, next month. That's you. Okay. You send over that line to him. Okay. And not because you mad because Diddy was supposed to use his connections to help you get this boy out. Okay. And then Diddy got his people together. And his people started talking to Africa. And Diddy people came to him and said, oh, hell no. You know what happened? They came back to Diddy like, you know what happened? Now look, we already protecting you and your lives. We ain't got time for that. Like, yeah, no, as far as we concerned, he gonna stay where he at. You know, keep reaching out to these people. Tell the daddy to call this person. That's it. Because we want to do with that. So, yeah, and again, this is Erder. A life was taken, so it's not gonna be easy to just snatch him away from over there. Just like the whole Shanquella thing, it happened in another country, considered. So it's the same thing. Like if he would have did that and whatever allegedly he's being accused of, if he would have came back here to America, it would have been very hard for Africa to get him if he would have came back here. But he didn't. And that's probably why Africa kept him, because he's a tourist. Okay, he wasn't born there. So they already know. If we let him out, he fly back, that's it. That's it. It's over with. Okay? So they're like, no, we're keeping him. We're keeping him. And if you so bad, come get him. We ain't scared of you. So that's what that word. Yes. Did he hear someone in Africa? Correct. It was him and a friend. Him and a friend, allegedly. That's what they're being accused of. Let me see. It said Erder in Namibia. How two bungling Americans, assassins, traveled over 7,000 miles to settle a grudge. And it then turned their trial into a 9-year circus. Look. Correct. Look, Erda and Namibia. Look how it's right here. How two bungling American assassins traveled over 7,000 miles to settle a grudge and then turned their trial into a 9-year circus. So I said, talk about it, Roger. To settle a grudge. So you still knew the people. And you want us to help bring this assassin back, okay? No, y'all. He said, help me bring my assassin son home. Help me bring home Assassin's Creed. Help me bring home Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Okay. Excuse me. These people travel. His son and his son friend travel over 7,000 miles to settle a grudge, and it ended in somebody's life being taken. Fatality. So, agree. So, you want us to help you get him home? So you want us to help you bring home somebody that's gonna possibly take more lives when they get here. So for the greater good, he's behind bars, allegedly. And you want us to bring him home. Why? Why? He said that they didn't get no trial. They said that they didn't turn the trial into a circus for the last how many years? Oh my girl. For the last 9 years. Done turn the trial. A 9-year trial? That is unheard of in America. OJ trial went 9 years. The Mendez brothers trial went 9 years. Okay. Yeah, Africa do real different. Because, yeah, you get about good 9 months. and they be trying to get trials over 9 weeks over here in America. So I'm like, wow. I say, 9 years, Africa. Go on, Africa. I said 9 years. Y'all let this black man rock for 9 years. Okay. Y'all is wonderful. Y'all is wonderful. Because 9 years, girl, in America, he would have had a trial for 9 weeks, and he would have been in the chamber for the lethal injection the 10th week. Especially a Negro. So, okay. So y'all let him live for 9 years. Y'all let him have a trial for 9 years. It's incredible. I just scared me God. I was like, so they were gonna charge him or because what's the sentence? 9 years, that's time served. I mean, they're good. I don't know how to do it in Africa. I don't, in Namibia, girl. I don't know how they do it, but Namibia said that he ain't going nowhere. Oh, not you ain't going nowhere. So, yeah, that's just what that word. So, yeah, you need to tell the truth about this situation, okay? And stop trying to make your son look like he is so innocent when he literally met the parties from Namibia in America and left America and went to Namibia to settle a score, and it ended in someone's life and somebody passing away, him taking a life, him being a part of it, him being there while it happened. So, whether he did it or his friend did it and he was there, you were a part of it. So I can completely understand why they still have your son. Like, I get it. I totally understand that. Like, I get it. I don't know the full details of the case, but I think that it makes complete sense for someone that they had a disagreement with to come to their country. Again, they're tourists, so you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. And then while these tourists are here, somebody gets murdered. Like, yeah, that's not a coincidence. And then there's witnesses that said that they saw y'all. Like, you're not there for no reason. Like, let cut it out. Let's not make it seem like this is completely wrongfully accused. So, like, no, this is not that situation. So that's why I understand why he just won't shut the F up, and more so push for him to be served. If they're going to serve him time or whatever, I will be pushing for that versus to just free him. Like, he's innocent. Okay. All righty. Okay. So he was going to need someone pretty powerful. So he was going to use Diddy to do his dirty work. Did he take that post down? Did he take it down? Because it's on the neighborhood talk. It's on the neighborhood talk. I'm just going to reels. Oh, I feel like he said, "Ooh, let me find out." Diddy called him and said, "Take him down." Hold on, y'all, because look. Okay. Now this is his IG, okay? The real Roger Bonds, okay? Okay. All right. Hold on, because the neighborhood talk has it up. So he took the post down. Are you watching me? Are you mad? Did you take him down because I'm watching, or did Diddy tell you to take him down? Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? Because I said your son's not insane. He's not. My girl. So, hold on, are you mad at me? Okay, let me pull this up. Because now it's gone. It was on. He had 2 videos up on his IG about Diddy. Here's one of them. Because if you look right here, where he shut up. Now this same video right here was on his IG. Was on his IG. Hold on, this was on his IG. I'm gonna pull up his IG again, and as you see, he's sitting there in that coat. He's not there. It's not here anymore. It's gone. Look, it's gone. Let me find out. Y'all see what he posted last? This criminal. This criminal. You see what he posted last? This criminal. He called his son. Yes, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So yeah. So he deleted the post. I wonder why. Because there was 2 videos up on his maybe they're still on his TikTok. Okay. But anyways, let me pull up the video of what he discussed about Diddy before we get into the whole Kim Porter Cassie and Alex Fine piece. Okay.
Situation. But if you're not waking up happy, or if you disgruntled, or you really don't want to be around that person, you find every excuse to get out of there. And I got diabetes. So my excuse was, I can't be with you every day. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm losing weight. I'm doing that. But in reality, it was, I was sick. I was sick of you. I was sick of everything that was going on around you.
Yeah, before I
was
went
sick
live,
of having to cover up everything that you did. That's
before I went live, it was still up. He had 2 videos.
Cassie spoke on it.
Yeah,
she said, "Yeah, I jumped on it. I jumped in between it.
Right.
That wasn't the only time.
I want you
it was
pay
other
attention,
times, and it was other
when
people.
When he's talking,
there comes a time when
like,
you're in a situation that may seem like a good situation,
like
but if you're not waking up happy, or if you disgruntled,
or
you really don't want to be around that person, you find every excuse to get out of there. And I got diabetes.
Are you okay?
So my excuse was,
are you okay?
I can't be with you every day. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm losing.
Shut your ass up. Okay, now you guys can hear me. Sorry. So yeah, so I'm saying if you pay attention to this video while he's talking, if you pay attention to the video while he's talking, then it sounds like he's like dating Diddy, because it's like, why are you saying like, oh, I can't be with you every day? You know, and all this is like, what? Like what? Sounds like he's talking about a lover. It don't sound like he's talking about somebody you work for. It's more sound like you're talking to your girl, like, you know, I can't be there every day. And it's like, I don't know, it's weird, but listen to him. He's talking about something, I can be there because diabetes. Whatever. Weird.
But if you're not waking up happy, or if you disgruntled, or you really don't want to be around that person, you find every excuse to get out of there. And I got diabetes. So my excuse was, I can't be with you every day. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm losing weight. I'm doing that. But in reality, it was, I was sick. I was sick of you. I was sick of everything that was going on around you. I was sick of having to cover up everything that you did. I was sick. Cassie spoke on it. She said, yeah, I jumped on it. I jumped in between it. That wasn't the only time. It was other times, and it was other people. There comes a time when you're in a situation that may seem like a good situation, but if you're not waking up happy, or if you disgruntled, or you really don't want to be around that person, you find every excuse to get out of there. And I got diabetes. So my excuse was, I can't be with you every day. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm losing weight. I'm doing that. But in reality, it was, I was sick. I was sick of you. I was sick of everything that was going on around you. I was sick of having to cover up everything that you did. I was sick. Cassie spoke on it. She said, yeah, I jumped on it. I jumped in between.
Someone said in the chat, it's funny how the ex-security gets crowned for coming forward, but Cassie is called an opportunist. Shout out to you. I think that's a really good statement to say. But I will say this. I don't think it's that, you know, Cassie is being called an opportunist. How I look at it is why does it take for Cassie to say something for other people like him to come out and say something too? Like, it shouldn't take her to have to go to that type of extreme, which again, the New York Act allow her to do. But it's like y'all already know this stuff. You know, that's why if anybody's going to be crown somebody like Gene Deal, you know, somebody that has been stating his experience with Diddy, somebody that was actually around Diddy, not somebody that heard a bunch of stories, not people that were in the industry and may have been at a party that he was at or near him when at one point in time they're coming forward saying all of these things as if they experienced them. No, Gene Deal, he's speaking of his experience. So that's someone I would crown. I wouldn't crown somebody like Roger. And the reason I wouldn't crown Roger is because, again, it's very cowardly of him to come forward and make it look as if he's backing her. But I really don't feel like he is. I think that it's a grudge that he has towards Diddy. So it's a shame that he's, like I said, beginning of the live, it's a shame that he's a truth teller, but trying to collect clout off of it in the same time. It kind of dilutes what he's saying. You know, it kind of makes people ignore what's coming out of his mouth and more so pay attention to the fact that he's trying to gain attention and exposure over this situation for his own benefit. You know, it's like his son, you know, and all of that stuff. Don't get me wrong. If you're going to fight for your son, that's cool. But the situation should not mirror. Cassie, what happened with her and what you viewed, what you saw, what you allowed should not mirror your son. They're two different situations. So they shouldn't be spoke of within the same breaths, is how I look at it. You know, if you ask me, you talking about Cassie and Diddy, talk about Cassie and Diddy, nothing else. When you talk about your son, talk about your son, nothing else. Like, it doesn't need to be, you know, mirrored and, you know, glamorized, you know, because that's what it gives. It gives that you're trying to collect attention off of this situation instead of actually caring about what happened to Cassie. Because again, he's already switched his meaning about why he came out about her in the first place. His first statement was he did it because he has 4 daughters. And then his next statement was, you know, basically never keep a word to someone that's not going to keep a word to you, meaning that Diddy told him that he was going to help him get his son out of Namibia and whatnot. And Diddy did not do that. So since Diddy didn't keep his word, he's taken this opportunity of Cassie coming forward, displaying what happened to her. And since he was involved and he knows that he was there, he's using it to try to benefit, to bring that spotlight instead of on the situation with Cassie, he's trying to put it on his son, you know. And I just find that weird that you feel like it's okay to try to profit off of someone you watched be a victim. You watched her be a victim. You didn't, that's what I said. He said that he tried to intervene multiple times. And he also stated in the second little piece of live that he did, he tried to intervene multiple times, and not only multiple times, but multiple people. So it wasn't just with Cassie. It was other women that Diddy was putting his hands on that he would intervene. And I can almost pretty much positively say that Kim Porter was one of those women because he was around. He was Diddy's head of security while Kim Porter was around. Remember, Diddy he started dating Cassie basically in 2007, and Diddy and Kim Porter officially broke up in 2007. So he was around. He was already there before Diddy and Kim Porter broke up. So that means he was there during the relationship. So I'm assuming that Kim was one of the women that he may have intervened with Diddy putting his hands on. So Cassie wasn't the only person. So you're coming for a statement that it's multiple victims, that it's multiple people you watched him do this to. And the only reason you're saying something is because he didn't keep his word. So if he would have kept his word, you will be saying nothing right now then, right? So if Diddy kept his word when it came to your son, you would have never came to Cassie's defense. Although you said you did it because of your 4 daughters. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So yeah, I'm confused by that. I'm like, yeah, so if Diddy would have got your son out of jail, you would have never verified Cassie's claims, right? You would have just sat back like the other people that were watching that are still collecting checks off of and from Diddy. So that's all that gives, because there's still people that are around right now that were present. For shout out to Tiara Davis for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much, sweetheart. If you have gotten a membership from Tiara, please thank her in the chat. Thank you so much, Tiara, for gifting memberships. If there's anybody else that gifted memberships, thank you so much too. Please thank them too, so I can see it in chat and put them up. Okay, I don't see everything that goes by, but when I do, I try to hurry up and tap it before it goes too far. But thank you so much, Tiara, for gifting the 5 memberships. That is so sweet. Thank you. So yeah. I think that, and we are going to be starting, I believe this weekend. I have someone that's supposed to be sending me the book Bling. So we are supposed to be, hopefully I get it before Friday or on Friday, because they're like sending it to me like right away type of situation. So we can start the book club this weekend, hopefully. Depending on which day I get it, for sure Sunday, we will be doing a members only book read of Bling by Erica Kennedy, whom was Kim Porter's best friend that passed away in 2012 for unknown circumstances, just like Kim Porter. So we will be reading that book in the book club. So all members is going to be on so it don't matter which tier you're on, all of the members will be able to listen. So I'm excited to read you guys the book Bling. I'm super excited. So hopefully we can start for sure on Sunday. We will be reading it by Sunday, but if we can start on Saturday, that would be cool too. But we're going to be reading the whole book. So, and I'll also be doing a few readings on coffee as well. So I'll read it like a chapter or two over there as well, so we can keep it going. So shout out to all the members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And shout out to the people gifting memberships as well, because they will be being used. I want to use the memberships and give you guys something cool, something cool to look forward to. So we will definitely be doing the book club. Shout out to you guys. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. So yeah, I definitely feel like Roger is not sincere in his actions with backing Cassie. I think this is more so of a clout chase, and it's unfortunate because I do believe he's telling the truth. I don't think he's lying about what he's saying. It's just people can't pay attention to his truth because of this chase, that he's on, So yeah, I don't like it. But moving right along, I wonder if I should go to his. You know what? Let me pull up his TikTok, because he had a second video. He had a second one. It was on his TikTok because I was watching it earlier. Let's see, deleted that too, because it's like, wow, you're lame. Well, not lame, but I just feel like maybe Diddy has been trying to contact him. I don't know. I got this funny feeling. Oh wow, that's not him. Okay, we'll get back into that. So I don't know who that was. So yeah, let's keep going. So Diddy's former assistant. Okay. Now, speaking of Roger Bonds knows Capricorn Clark as well. But Diddy's former assistant, Capricorn Clark, after Suge Knight claims Diddy beat the ish out of that ish, is speaking out. So Capricorn Clark has been working for Diddy for quite some time before she was fired. And she put up some subliminal post on Twitter and a couple of other places. So before we get into this actual article, Capricorn, which her name on Instagram is Kappa Donna, says Black women end up being the sacrifice for the effery. Last 11 years of my life, I have to deal with everyone's non-cynical allegiance to the devil. I pray that ends. I don't think highly of any of you. Can't keep your head down and pretend ish is cool no more. Do better. Okay, do better is what she says. She also posted this. This will skin you. Sorry, Lord, they will skin you and wear you, baby girl, and then pretend they never wanted the skin. Kim was the only person who didn't switch up. The only one. Dark times. I'm personally very triggered. I pray it's over. I never deserved this. Stop with praying. She says, hashtag protect Black women. Then she says, hashtag rip Kim. I believe that she's stating the obvious about Kim Porter. Because, I mean, again, look at what she's saying, reading in between the lines. They will skin you and wear you, baby girl, then pretend they never wanted the skin. So basically, they'll destroy you, take you, make you for everything they want you to be, wear you basically, and then treat you as if they never wanted you in the first place. Like, I never wanted you. What are you talking about? Then she says Kim was the only person who didn't switch up. Basically stating Kim was the only person around him that was loyal, the only good person that was around him. Like, she never switched up for any, she stayed her. Then the only one, okay, I feel like she did that deliberately. She says dark times. Dark times is Diddy. Diddy. She says, I'm personally very triggered. I pray it's over. I never deserved this. Stop prayer hands. Okay. And then she says, protect Black women, Rip Kim. So obviously she's saying that there were certain things that happened to Kim that she didn't deserve, like her passing away, being one of them. And also saying protect Black women, meaning that Kim needed protection. She didn't get protection. She's not just talking about herself, when she's stating that, protect Black women and whatnot. She's definitely stating that about Kim Porter. And that's why she put up a picture of Kim Porter and she spoke on Kim Porter. Like, Kim, she's not here for no reason. Kim Porter's there deliberately. She's deliberately putting Kim there and stating that, protect Black women, like they need to be protected. And then here's another thing. In this first post, she says, Black women end up being the sacrifice for the effery. Last 11 years of my life, I had to deal with everyone's non-cynical allegiance to the devil. Okay. So meaning that she broke away from Diddy. Like, it wasn't him not wanting me around. No, I had to remove myself, due to all the stuff that was going on. So with her saying that, and I believe that she means that because of this, I pray that it ends. I don't think highly of any of you. Can't keep your head down to pretend ish is cool no more. So she's saying, I don't think highly of any of you. Like, I don't think highly of any of the people, any of you that are still there watching and letting all of this stuff go on. And y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what he does, how he treats people, what he does to people, and y'all done nothing. And y'all just sit there. And so I don't think highly of any of y'all. Like, basically, F y'all. Like, y'all still trash for sitting around and allowing these things to happen. So, and then she says, pretend that you can't pretend, keep your head down and pretend it's not cool no more. So again, a lot of the stuff that people will see, no different than Roger Bonds, when Diddy would do certain things to Cassie, they will, kind of put their hair down. When you see something that you don't want to see or something's going on that you don't want to see, you kind of just put your head down or walk away or pretend as if you're busy or, maybe play around on your phone, or something like that, because that there's really nothing that you can do. One of Roger's Bonds, the second video that he had put up, he was stating why he's, what? I believe that's on The Neighborhood Talk. I believe, because he deleted everything. So I believe that's on The Neighborhood Talk. I believe that video is on here too. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick, because I know they have it. Because that's how I knew that they got him from his page, because I'm like, oh, okay, well, he has these same videos up. Okay. Where is it? I know it's not gone, because this other video is still up, so why wouldn't it? Or maybe it's on TMZ. Okay, maybe it's on TMZ. I'll pull that up real quick, because definitely want to hear him talk about that, because it's the same thing we all discussed over here, stating the reason why they didn't leave is why they stayed. Okay, is this it? Or is this the same video that the Neighborhood Talk has? I guess we'll see. I'm gonna pull it up. I guess we'll see.
situation that may seem like a good situation, but if you're not waking up happy, or if you disgruntled, or you really don't want to be around that person, you find every excuse to get out of there. And I got diabetes. So my excuse was, I can't be with you every day. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm losing weight. I'm doing that. But in reality, it was, I was sick. I was sick of you. I was sick of everything that was going on around you. I was sick of having to cover up everything that you did. I was sick. Cassie spoke on it. She said, yeah, I jumped on it. I jumped in between it. That wasn't the only time. It was other times. And it was other people. There comes a time when you're in a situation that may seem like a good situation.
I don't know if that was in the other one. If he said that there was other times and there were other people. Now, allegedly, he also said that not only was it other times and other people, but allegedly it was women and men. Now, I don't know for a fact. I haven't heard any male names or anything like that yet. But if I hear any male names, I will definitely come forward and talk about that. But I heard that it was women and men. So not just, women that he would. And what I mean by that is allegedly there were men that were around him that he harmed, and the men would like allow it, type of situation, like not respond. So yeah, we'll get into that. But I could have sworn y'all saying World Star has it. Because yeah, he did another video too talking about why he stayed for so long and whatnot. Okay, well, we'll just pull that up later. And get into that another time. But now let's jump into Kim Porter because we're getting close to our hour mark. So let's jump and go down memory lane. Okay, now I want to explain to y'all what I'm about to explain to you before I start explaining it. Okay, now we discussed before how Kim Porter, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Now, we've discussed before how Kim Porter and Diddy were together until 2007, and then they broke up in 2007, and, that's when Cassie came around, and yada, yada. Now, when we discussed Kim Porter passing away, we discussed that Diddy went and saw Cassie, and I have those receipts too, of him going to see her, and I believe that is the day he did what he did to her. I also have stated before that when Diddy did this to Cassie, Cassie was already in a relationship with Alex Fine, her husband, now husband. They were already dating when Diddy did this to her. So she had already had a boyfriend, already had moved on, okay? Because her and Diddy had broke up in 2018, but they had, okay, I'm not going to say that they broke up. Cassie ran in 2018. She finally got away for a while in 2018. That's why no one heard from her. No one saw her. She was not posting on social media. None of that. No one saw her. So she disappeared for months. And Diddy didn't even know where she was. He had no idea where she was. She was in hiding. Okay. So when while she was in hiding, Kim died. Cassie loved Kim. She liked her. They liked each other. They didn't have a problem with one another. They were fine. So that's when she was basically tricked out of hiding. That is how Diddy found out where she lived. If you pay attention to the lawsuit, she stated that right as she thought she broke free from him, meaning that they were done. She was finally away from him. He wasn't, talking to her, calling her about it. He didn't know where she was, and all of those things. So she was running at that point in time, basically took what mattered and left, and he had no idea where she was. So she didn't take no car, no bank account, nothing. She just ran, type of situation. And so she was in a relationship again with Alex, and I'm going to prove that too, that they were dating when this happened. So let's get into Kim, because I feel like it's important to start with her. Shout out to Nicole, I believe this is called, exonicole.com. Life can serve some, sorry, I'm gonna make this bigger for y'all so y'all can see it too. Okay. Life can serve us some unexpected curveballs. One of the most spontaneous is death. In the past year, we've lost a number of our favorite celebrities and people that we feel for most and their family. And their families. The screen is driving me nuts. Sorry. The most are their families because, as we all know, the death of a loved one are the most painful to the living. The death of celebrities, including but not limited to Nipsey Hussle and Kim Porter, hit so close to home because we can empathize with the family, friends, and sweethearts that they left behind. It was pronounced that Kim Porter's death was caused by pneumonia or infection of the lungs after she died in her Los Angeles home last November. Kim's death took the internet by storm, prompting a number of celebrities to post tributes in her honor. One of these celebrities being her former partner and father of 3 of her children, Sean P. Diddy Combs. Okay. Right here, it's a fact that you don't know what you got until it's gone. And this was especially true for the I'll Be Missing You rapper. Producer Diddy recently reflected on his sentiment in an Instagram post under a nostalgic photo of him and his Bonnie. He wrote, "I remember Kim flying to see me on set of Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. It's driving me nuts. She took a 12-hour flight to LA and a 3-hour ride to the desert with no complaints. Probably because she wasn't allowed to. Was always was always ride or die. From day one, I called her Bonnie and I was Clyde. This picture will go down in history as the first time I said she was mine. And the first time, and remember that, I said she was mine. Not us claiming each other, not us coming public. No, I said she was mine, is what he said. And the first time I told her I love her. Little did I know I was hers." How did you not know that if you just said in the first time I told her she was mine? Okay. Miss you, Bonnie, and will forever. Man, life is beautiful to have had these experiences. Love you, baby, at Lady KP. After posting the photo, the star received a whirlwind of backlash from fans who felt that he had done a little too late. Okay. One of the users even made the point that the picture that Diddy posted was, taken around the time Diddy began his widely publicized relationship with Jennifer Lopez during an off-season in Kim and his relationship. Despite the immense amount of speculation about Kim and Diddy's relationship, anyone with eyes can see that the couple had an unbreakable connection. Sean Combs and his Georgia-born sweetheart met and began dating in the 90s. When she was in a relationship with her child's Quincy's father, I'll Be Sure, and was still an A&R. Diddy was still an A&R. Okay. Now look, Sean Combs and his Georgia-born sweetheart met and began dating in the 90s when she was in a relationship with her first child, Quincy's father. Okay. So again, for the ones in the back, this is a pattern for Diddy. Kim Porter and I'll Be Sure were in love with one another. Kim Porter did not want to be with Diddy. No, she did not. Cut it out. Okay? She did not want him. Especially back then. I'll Be Sure to Diddy. Like, I'll Be Sure was he's super cute. Oh my God. Super handsome. I mean, that unibrow had to go. But other than that, Diddy or I'll Be Sure in the 90s. Who y'all picking? Definitely I'll Be Sure. Okay? He can get it. You know, type of situation. What about picking no Diddy over no I'll Be a girl? Nah, y'all tried it. I know y'all tried it. They were together. They were in a relationship. Okay? She did not want to leave him. He did not want to leave her. I'll Be Sure was infatuated with him, and in a good way. They were infatuated with each other. They were the it couple. Like when they were together. There were so many people jealous of Kim Porter. When she was so many women jealous of that. All of I'll Be Sure's fans hated Kim Porter. Like, they hated her. They took her man. She took their man. I'll be sure things hated Kim Porter in the 90s. They didn't like her. Middle fingers to her. Like, no. Okay? They hated her. She took their man. She was in his videos. You know, and all of that stuff I heard. Absolutely. Absolutely. So they were in love. Okay? And here's proof. Here's proof. Now, what I say about pattern is, remember Cassie and what's his name? The dude she was with. I keep forgetting his name because he's so irrelevant. The guy Cassie was dating, the producer, before Diddy. What is his name? I know y'all know. Y'all quick on the draw. Y'all quick on the draw. I know y'all gonna put it in there. What was his name? Because he did the same thing to her. The same thing to Cassie. No, not Kid Cudi. Not him. Ryan Leslie. Thank you. 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 Correct. Ryan. So Ryan Leslie, girl. Thank all y'all. Thank y'all so much. So yes, Ryan Leslie. Cassie and Ryan were dating. They were dating. They were in a whole relationship. They wanted to be with each other. Cassie did not want to leave Ryan. She wanted to stay with him at the time. You know, for her being 19, she was in love with Ryan. And Ryan was in love with her. This is a pattern. Okay, now it's public knowledge. Okay, what is going on right here? It's public knowledge. Right here. Sean Combs and his Georgia-born sweetheart met and began dating in the 90s when she was in a relationship with her first child, Quincy's father. I'll be sure. Okay, so they were clearly dating. Okay, clearly in a relationship, right? Now look at Diddy's quote. Right here. The first time I saw her, she was at the studio with her ex-boyfriend. Bullshit. No. Bullshit. Diddy. You saw her in the studio with her man, just like Cassie. Just like Cassie. Just like Cassie. He says the first time I saw her, she was at the studio with her ex-boyfriend. Why would she be at the studio with her ex-boyfriend in the 90s when they were, I don't know, dating? You act like you met her in like 2004, 2005, and they weren't together. Or 1999 or 2000, you know, or something like that. Like, no. You took Kim from I'll Be Sure, just like you took Cassie from Ryan. Like, girl, like, cut it out. Let's not play these games. Let's not play these games. You took her. Okay? You stole her. You forced Kim to be with you. Forced her. Because I'll Be Sure and Kim lived together. They had a place together in the 90s with their baby Quincy. They had a place together. I'll Be Sure was not a bad father. He was a good father. Diddy ripped Kim away from him and ripped Quincy away from him too. He did that on purpose. That's why Quincy, to this day, his last name is Brown. I'll Be Sure would have never gave up the rights to Quincy so that Diddy could turn Quincy into a Combs. He would have never done that. Never. No, ma'am. That is why Quincy, to this day, his last name is Brown, like his father's. He let it be known. That's my son. He took Kim and he took Quincy so that Kim would stay away from Al B. And pushed in Kim's head that he's a bad father. How? When you're forcing Quincy to not see his father. You're forcing Quincy to look to you as his father, because Quincy was like 3 years old. He was like 2, 3 years old when Diddy first, when Diddy took him. So he acted like Kim had a whole child when he met her. A whole kid. She was in a relationship. Her and Albie Shore were happy together. Go look at all the pictures of them back in the day. They would smile ear to ear when they were together. At award shows, the ear to ear. Ear to ear. She was in bliss with Albie. She wanted to be with him. Diddy forced her away from him. End of story. Just like Accuser 3 that came forward and said that Aaron Hall and Diddy took turns R-wording her and her friend. And Diddy came back and harmed her because he didn't know where he was looking for her friend, because he was making sure that the friend didn't spill, because he didn't want it to get back to Kim. He didn't want Kim to find out. Yeah. He forced her. Okay? Literally. All right? Lying. Straight lying. Talking about ex-boyfriend. No, they were together. Diddy says, I wasn't trying to holler at her or anything, but I was admiring her. So Diddy, if she was in the studio with her ex-boyfriend, why would you not be trying to holler at her? You weren't trying to holler at Kim because she was in a relationship. Just like with Cassie, you didn't holler at Cassie in front of Ryan. You did it behind his back by inviting her to places, making fake flyers, all of this stuff, just showing up at a birthday party, you know, and whatnot, trying to one-up him by bringing celebrities and stuff with you, you know, and whatnot. Like, what don't you get about that? Like, no one's dumb. You weren't trying to holler at him because she had a man. Because you're a coward. So, of course, you weren't going to try to holler at him in front of Al B, because you knew that would have been a problem. You knew he would have handled you. You knew he would have got you right on up out of there. Oh, yeah, he would have took care of that. Oh, yeah, he would have took care of that. Correct. He would have took care of that. And you're mad. And you're upset. Cut it out. Because he was working with Albie Shore at the time. This was when he met Albie Shore. Kim and Albie were together, and Diddy was trying to work with him. Okay. Now, at this point in time, it was certain artists that were coming up, even artists like Jodeci, to where Albie Shore wrote the song "Forever My Lady" for Jodeci. They got that track because of Diddy. You know, Diddy helped them get that. That's what I'm saying. He's such an evil person. You know, you sitting there smiling in this man's face, no different than him getting "It's Me and You," the song by Cassie. That's not Diddy's song. That's not Bad Boy's song or anything like that. That was Ryan Leslie and Cassie's song. That belonged to them. They were in a relationship making music together. Stevie J and Jocelyn. That's what it gives. I'm not going back to the strip club, Stevie. So, my girl, Stevie J and Jocelyn. Like, you know, that's what the tease was then. And Cassie wanted to be with him. She did. She did not want to be with Ryan. And Diddy knew that. So what did he do? He forced her to be with him, just like he did Kim. Forced her to. Made her feel like she didn't have a choice. Would do things to make her feel like she don't have a choice. You know? And it comes with love. Like he was trying to do it with Cassie. It came with love. Like he didn't come around Cassie like right off the bat, like hurting her and harming her. No, that stuff came later. But before, he was gaslighting her and, you know, and love bombing her, you know, and all that stuff prior. So it was the same thing he was doing to Kim. But Kim didn't want him, just like Cassie. Cassie states in the lawsuit, when she met Diddy, she had no attraction to him. He's my boss. That's how she looked at him. He forced her into taking it somewhere else. She didn't want to take it anywhere else. She didn't look at him like that. Even if you go back to Tasha K's interview with the Gina girl, she said the same thing, that she was not attracted to Diddy. Like, I didn't want him. And neither was Kim Porter. Kim Porter has never said that, oh my God, Diddy was just so handsome, he was just so attractive, I just have to, no, but she said that about Albie Shore. She said it about Albie Shore. When she met Albie, oh yeah. When interviews back in the day and whatnot, oh yeah. She was smitten with Albie, and they had, you know, friction and whatnot within their relationship, you know, him and all these other women, you know, and stuff like that. So, but, you know, it was just normal stuff. Like he wasn't like hurting her or harming her or anything like that. But, you know, they had, you know, normal issues. So I'm sure when Diddy met them, you know, he probably heard about the rockiness of their relationship, but they were together, you know, and that's all that matters. Like Whitney Houston and Bobby, they had a tumultuous relationship, but they were still together. It still didn't give anybody the right to come in trying to holler at Whitney because you feel like her and Bobby going through things. Like, so, you know, like what they got to do? Oh well, like stay out of it. But no, he forced himself in. So he wasn't hollering at Kim Porter because she was in a relationship with Albie Sure. And it gives thank you so much, Shona, for the super sticker. And it definitely gives that with him stating that he was just admiring her. Like he said, I was admiring her. Oh, keep going faster than what it's supposed to go. Sorry. Okay. I was admiring her lips, her eyes, her mouth, her shape, her energy, and thinking, I wish I had a girl like that. Okay. Not the other way around. Not the other way around. Not her sitting there admiring him, saying that I wish I had a man like that. She didn't want him. She didn't want him at all. And at this time, again, Diddy was just an A&R. He was responsible for like getting talent, you know, and stuff like that and dealing with talent. He wasn't like Diddy, you know, like he wasn't the Biggie, all that wasn't happening yet. You know, that was on the verge, but it wasn't like happening as of yet. Because remember, Diddy and them were Biggie and whatnot. They were his artists, or the artists that he found before they were artists signed to his label. Absolutely. But let's keep going. Mm-hmm. Let's keep going. So I want to get her to know because he said that he met her in the studio with her ex. No, she was with Albie. And he never married her. But I want to get into this. Is this it? No. I want to get into something that isn't really talked about. Is this the article? Is this it? Hold on. Because when Diddy and Kim first broke up in, was it 2003? I don't know. I think it was during the time of J-Lo. I think it was during the time of J-Lo. Kim and Diddy had a really bad dispute. And the dispute was over Christian, their son, and child support. So with Diddy keeping her like in his homes and, you know, and stuff like that, definitely, you know, child support purposes, but it's also because he's controlling and manipulative. But they had I think it's on here. They had it was very rocky. It was bad. It was bad. Yeah, I think this is the article. Yeah. When Diddy and Kim Porter first broke up, he started dating Jennifer Lopez and this put Kim in the spotlight. Because of his philandering ways, Kim ended up kicking him out of the house. Kim told Essence he was calling 50, 60 times a day. Stalker. 50, 60 times, that's crazy. Diddy declared that the time following their reconciliation in 2003, something changed. That was the most monogamous I've ever been, he said. What? I'm so monogamous right now. Kim Porter revealed in the Essence interview that she waited until Sean Combs left the house before packing everything up, including her kitchen table. She explained, I wanted to be dramatic. I wanted him to know I wasn't breaking up with him for 2 weeks or maybe even leaving for 2 days. If I pack up everything, twins and all, it means I'm out. Puffy's an action person, not a talk person. So I had to have an action. Telling him, babe, I'm leaving was not going to do it. Okay, so y'all remember that's her letting us know that she had to run. Because that's all I got from that was that, yeah, I had to run just like Cassie did. The two maintained a close relationship despite the drama that ensued. It was after their split that Porter told Essence they were still friends and that Diddy still calls every day. We're committed to our children, even if we couldn't commit to each other, she told Essence. They remained friends throughout the rest of her life as devoted co-parents to their children. Diddy first became the father to Quincy, whom he adopted at a young age. He did not adopt it. It was just like I'm gonna take care of you type of thing. Not I'm literally adopting you. A sign of just how much Diddy truly loved Kim Porter, lies of how much he was controlling her so that he didn't have to worry about I'll be sure because he knew that Kim loved him. Diddy was Quincy's primary father figure. He took him at around 3 years old and raised him as his own. Okay. So again, he never left Quincy's life. That never happened. He never left. He never left Quincy's life. He more so got the boot out of his life due to Diddy. So like Diddy pushed I'll be sure out of Quincy's life. He was forced out, literally. It wasn't I don't want to be here for my son. I'm not a good father. Again, I'll be sure has other children. I think 3 other children, and he's a good father. Like the children, from what I've read, none of them have anything bad to say about Al B. They say he's a good dad. He's a good guy. He's a good person. They're not just like, oh, he was just total utter trash. Like they don't say that. So why would he be there for them, and whatnot, but not Quincy? He was not allowed to be. And Diddy has the type of money to where he can make sure that happens. He can make sure of it. Oh yeah. And Albie has never liked Diddy. Never. Besides when him and Kim was together, Albie sure and Kim, because Diddy came in like a snake, in the grass. But he's never liked him. He's always had nothing but negative things to say about him. Nothing but negative things. So yeah, he was literally pushed out of his life, and it's sad that story wasn't expressed. It was more so looked at like Albie Shore just walked out of his life. I didn't want anything to do with them, just disowned him. And Diddy picked up the pieces. Is how it always looked to the public, but that's not true. That's not true at all. Albie Shore has always wanted to be their fourth son. He was not allowed to be. Diddy says Kim's last words, according to Diddy, were asking him to take care of her babies. Why would Kim say that? Diddy said one of the last things Kim Porter told him was take care of my babies. Diddy didn't see Kim before she passed. He came over the morning of her passing when they called the first responders and whatnot. He came after. That's when he came. He wasn't at the house when Kim passed away. No, he was not there. He don't live there. She lived there. That's why he's controlling her from that home. It's his home, but that's where Kim was living. He wasn't there. So if you didn't talk to Kim, because the last people Kim talked to was in the house. You weren't in the house. You wasn't there. You didn't come and visit her. You didn't come and see her. None of that. Okay? So this means one of two things. Okay? She knew something was going to happen to her and you're going to be the cause of it. Or you were in the house. Were you there? Are you trying to tell us something? Were you there? Why would that be one of the last things she tells you? If she's fine, if she don't think she's about to pass away or, anything like that, why would one of the last things that woman say to you is take care of my babies? Why? You do it. You can do it, Kim. Like, why would you tell me? You gonna be here? You take care. You. It's not like she had a chronic illness or something, or she knew she was. Was it something you said to her to make her say, take care of my babies? I'm confused. Why would she say that to you? You're trying to make it seem like it's cryptic, like, oh, she knew it was. Excuse me? Excuse me, Diddy? Excuse me? It says right here. Kim's last words, according to Diddy, okay, were asking him to take care of her babies. This is in the interview. I can pull up the transcripts of that interview too. And he did say that, one of the last things, he did a big photo shoot with the kids. I'm saying that, what magazine is that? Because he did a big photo spread with all of his children. This is right not too long after Kim Porter passed away. And all of his kids were in it. Every single last one of them. And he said it there. He said that one of the last things she said to him was, take care of my babies. Why would she say that to you? That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. Because, again, the whole full-time dad thing, Diddy was even lying about that. He was even lying about that. He was doing videos talking about something. He was driving his kids to school back and forth, daddy duties, lying. He was not driving his kids back and forth to school. I'm like, why are you lying? Like, you're not driving those kids back and forth. And I have proof of that. I'm like, you're not. Everything is for clout. Everything when it comes to Diddy. Everything is for clout. I'm like, you just lie about everything. You're such a demon. Such a demon. Let's keep reading. How close were Diddy and Kim Porter before her passing? Prior to Porter's passing in 2018, Kim Porter and Diddy were close as ever. In addition to spending Mother's Day together in October, all of Porter and Combs' children came out to supporting a screening of Quincy's new Netflix movie, Holiday Calendar. Diddy also shared a photo on Instagram of Porter and their twins dressed up as Run DMC for Halloween that same month. While 2 of her last 3 posts were dedicated to Diddy. Okay. Let's keep going. So we were talking about yesterday, Kim Porter passing away, right? And what I was talking about her passing away when she first passed, because this is going to drift us into Cassie. Okay. When she first passed away, there was many reports that there was no cause of death known. And then the coroner, the LA coroner's office, they had made a statement that had said that they were waiting for additional tests that were coming back. So again, it is fact that when Kim Porter first passed away, they had no idea why. There was no cause of death. Okay. For weeks. So at that moment in time, they could not write on a death certificate why she passed, because they couldn't say natural causes, because in order to say natural cause, then there's a reason. There's like, oh, okay, well, her heart stopped because of this, or, whatever. She went into cardiac arrest or whatever. There is no reason, right? So that it remained open. That's why they sealed it. Okay, so then after they sealed it and they opened it again, it was lobar pneumonia, and that was from a completely different coroner than Ed Winter. So Ed Winter, the original coroner, was removed from the case, and they brought a new coroner in, and that coroner specified the passing of Kim Porter and stated that it was lobar pneumonia. Okay. So again, just like her friend Erica Kennedy, who we talked about yesterday, they had no idea why she passed away. Now, if Kim had an infection on her lung, which was what they're stating that lobar pneumonia is, if she had an infection on her lung, then why didn't they see that in the original autopsy? In the original autopsy, it would have showed that she had an infection on her lungs, and that is the reason she passed away. They had no idea, meaning there was no infection on the lung. There was none of that. There was none of that. The only reason why lobar is thrown in there is because Kim did have flu-like symptoms a few days before, her passing, but the symptoms were cleared. Her vitals were back normal. So she had a fever, and whatnot, but other than that, she was fine. And then the fever subsided before she went to sleep. So she had a normal temperature, and she had went to the doctor, and everything. So she did everything she was supposed to do. She went to the doctor's documented. She did go to the doctor. and whatnot. So if she had an infection on the lung, then why in the original autopsy was it stated that it was inconclusive? Like they didn't know. And then the coroner wrote that Ed Winter wrote that this needs to be looked at and investigated as a homicide. So then he was doing he wanted an autopsy done as if you were doing an autopsy for a homicide, like looking for poisons and, you know, and stuff like that. He brings that up and they remove him completely from the case. He's completely removed from it. And then a month and a 2.5 months later, he announces his retirement from being a coroner after 17 years. His last client was Kim Porter. Fact. So he states that this autopsy needs to be conducted as if this is a homicide case and it was a problem. It's like, you're fired. Like, why? Why? No, conducted as if this was a homicide because this is what it's given, because we have no idea why she's gone. So that means that natural cause-wise, we're out of options. It wasn't natural. So we have to look into what caused it. You know, like we have to look at the poisons, toxin, like we need tox screens, the toxicology report, like we need all of that. We need all of that. We need all of that. Yes, he passed away this year in March. Ed Winter, he died this year. Kim Porter died in 2018. So this was in 2018 when this happened. So yeah. So he said, that's why I believe that Ed Winter, and that's why I showed y'all too, when Michael Jackson, and because he was a coroner for Michael Jackson, when Houston, and so many other people, but he would call out things. Like he would call out other doctors, and, you know, and so he would. If he saw something that couldn't be overlooked, he would say something. And it was the same thing with Kim Porter. He saw something that shouldn't be overlooked, and he got fired for it. Literally, they forced him to quit, is how I look at it. Forced him to resign. Now, let's keep going. Now that we've explained that, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. So, when did Cassie start dating Alex Fine? 2018, it says here, right? Make this bigger. 2018, Alex Fine is a wellness consultant, so it's no surprise that Cassie met him at a gym per Vogue. They started dating in 2018 and made it Instagram official in December of that year. That was 2 months after her split with Diddy in October. Okay. Now let's get into this. In October of 2018, it was listed publicly that Diddy and Cassie were no longer together. Right? But Cassie had left Diddy earlier that year in 2018. Escaped. While she escaped, she met Alex Fine at the gym in 2018. Guess what else happened in 2018? Kim Porter died. She absolutely did. Okay? Now think about this. In October was when it was made public that of 2018, when it was made public that Cassie and Diddy were no longer together, right? And then you have right here, Sean Diddy Combs reunites with ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura 1 day after Kim Porter's death. Published on November. Okay, that's 2018. Okay, so now let's get into it. They meet, and here's the photo right here of, you know, him meeting with Cassie. Okay, and it shows Cassie getting in the car with Diddy. Okay, they're getting into the same vehicle. Right, here's the photos from it. I want people to see this. Right, so in Cassie's lawsuit, Cassie says that when she was finally away from him, this is when she was gone. She was gone. Remember, this all happened in 2018. All of this happened in 2018. In October was when it was made public, but Diddy was already separated from Cassie. They were already not together. She was already dating Alex Fine. remember in 2018, December 2018, they made their relationship Instagram official. Okay. So this is the day, allegedly, that Diddy R-worded Cassie. This day right here. This day. She says she met Diddy for food. They met and ate. This is at a restaurant. Okay. And after that, she said he took her to her apartment because he didn't know where she lived. He didn't know. That was her apartment. And then he barged his way in and R-worded her. This is that day. This is the day. She hasn't been near him since. So what other day would it have been? She hasn't seen him since. Mm-hmm. So he used Kim Porter's passing to lure her out into the public. Literally. Because he hit her up. Mm-hmm. Begged her to come and meet him. And she knew about how much Kim meant to everybody. Because Kim was the only one that stayed real out of the equation. Okay. So he used that moment of weakness of somebody died. You know, it's like, this is big. You know, like this isn't something small. You know, it's like, it's Kim. You know? And he takes this opportunity to R-word her. Because she hadn't seen him since. Okay. Now, this was in November. Hold on. No, I come with a receipt. No, I come with a receipt. Right here. Vogue, they did an interview in 2018 with Cassie and Alex Fine. They started dating in 2018 and made it Instagram official in December of that year. Okay. So when he R-worded Cassie, she was already dating Alex. They were already dating. Kim Porter passed away in November of 2018. She met up with him on November 17th, 2018. Her and Alex make their relationship public in December of 2018, meaning they were already together. They're already dating. Mm-hmm. Correct. They were already dating. So he did this to her while she was in a whole nother relationship. Like crazy. Literally crazy. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. To further prove these claims. Cassie and husband Alex Fine relationship timeline. Okay. Cassie and Alex Fine tied the knot less than 1 year after going public with their romance, and they've been going strong ever since. Cassie's quote, "I really felt relaxed during the ceremony." The singer, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, told Vogue of the nuptials in October 2019, the following year. They got married. "As soon as I saw Alex, any nerves that I had just went away, and I just couldn't stop smiling." Cassie and Fine welcomed their first baby, daughter Frankie, 2 months after their wedding. They are celebrating their second daughter, Sunny, which was born in March 2021. Okay. December 2018. Cassie debuted her romance with Fine by sharing an Instagram photo of them kissing. The upload came 2 months after split from her ex-boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs, after dating on and off for 11 years. Cassie went on to sue Diddy in November of 2023, claiming that the rapper began a pattern of control and abuse after they met in 2005. After years in silence and darkness, I am finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on my behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships, she said in a statement. Okay. So again, they debuted their relationship, okay, in December of 2018. So what he did to Cassie, he did it to her while she was with Alex. Okay. So when you have seen Alex like come for Diddy, it's for many reasons. It's for many reasons. And allegedly, the apartment that she was at was Alex's. She was staying with Alex. That's why Diddy didn't know where she was, because he didn't know that she was with Alex. He didn't know. He didn't know. And that's why, if you remember Suge Knight, saying this, let me pull this up. We were just talking about this today. Capricorn, Diddy's former assistant, Capricorn Clark. Right here at the top of it says, go away. Capricorn Clark's response after Suge Knight claims Diddy beat the out of that. So the person that Suge was talking about in that podcast show that he's doing from prison, he was talking about Capricorn, this that we had listened to. He's talking about Capricorn when he's saying that he, put his hands on her because Capricorn knew that Cassie was with Kid Cudi. And to protect Cassie, Capricorn didn't tell Diddy. She didn't tell him because she didn't want nothing to happen to Cassie. So since Capricorn wouldn't tell Diddy about it, Diddy pulverized her, allegedly. He put his hands on her, like because she wouldn't tell him, because Capricorn and Cassie were close. So Capricorn knew where Cassie was. But when Cassie was with Cudi, Cassie was running. Cassie would run. Like, that was her running. Her going to stay with any, like, I need to be somebody that could keep me safe from this dude. Like, that's what it gave. Because he didn't know where Cassie was. So, same thing with Alex. When she was with Alex, she ran. She was running, and I think Cassie just went to the gym one day and bumped into him. I was just kind of like, recognized him because he is a celebrity. He was more so I guess he worked with a couple celebrities, training celebrities, and it was alleged that he worked for Diddy. I don't know that to be true. I'm gonna look into it, but I don't know that to be true because people were saying that Cassie ran off with Diddy's trainer, which was Alex Fine. So we will definitely dig into that in the next live. We will get into that. So yeah, one day after Cassie, one day, a day and a half, pretty much, after Kim Porter passed away, he used that opportunity to lure Cassie and allegedly, like Cassie said, R-worded her. Correct. So and this proves it. It's proof. It's proof. Like, Cassie went to go see him. This is the last time. She's stating, because remember, her and Alex got married the following year and her and Alex were inseparable. So, Cassie did not see Diddy at all. So this was the last time Cassie had actually saw Diddy. This is when Kim Porter had passed away. Okay. This is the last time. And she said that he, she got in his car. Like, she said that she was with him. He took her back. He offered her a ride to her place. This is when it happened. Because a month and a half, almost 2 months later, her and Alex go public on social media that they're in a relationship and then get married the following year. Absolutely. I was tracking Cassie's first kid because I wonder if she was pregnant by Alex, like when he did that to her. I wonder. Because I'm thinking back to how she was dressed. And y'all have to remember, Cassie got married pregnant. Yeah. She was pregnant when she got married. She was. I'm not saying it's Diddy's baby at all. No. I'm saying that was she pregnant? Because she could have been pregnant. And look how she was dressing back then. It could have just been a lazy day and she just wanted to, got nothing doing nothing. But judged on how she was dressed, it's possible she could have been pregnant. When he did this to her. Maybe he did it because he heard she was pregnant. I don't know. But yeah, it's possible that she could have been pregnant during all this. Absolutely. Please hit the like. Thank you so much, Careful Calypso, for becoming a member. Thank you so much. And yes, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. But yeah, no, it's very possible that she could have been pregnant. I was gonna look into that. I'll update you guys the next live. Because I didn't have a chance. I was already looking at some putting all the pieces together. You know, it takes a lot, you know, to put these pieces together. So, yeah. And you go visit your ex. See, I really don't feel like it was like that. I really feel like it was more so because Cassie has a bond with those children, and with these relationships, there's no rule book. Like it's kind of hard to, you know, because I go into the mind of that person. You know, there have been people that have been in horrific relationships with people, but they know them. You know, so a person isn't. We look at Diddy as a monster on the outside. But a person that has had like good times, you know, and stuff like with this person to where they've seen a lighter side of them, you know, and stuff like that, you kind of humanize them in certain ways. So when certain things happen, it's kind of hard to separate the two. I mean, there are weak moments when you have weak moments. And I think that he used Kim as a weak moment, knowing that Cassie is a sweet person and how much she cared about Kim. She really did care about Kim. And the reason I think that this happened then is because Cassie didn't go to Kim's funeral. I think if Diddy would have left Cassie be, I think Cassie would have went to Kim's funeral. I think she didn't go because of what he did to her. And she knew to just stay away from him. And she has. I feel like this. She learned her lesson that day. Like, a monster will always be a monster. They get worse. They don't get better. They get worse. So yeah, I think she learned a traumatic lesson that day. A very scary lesson. Because I mean, most people would have that question, like, well, you know what he's capable of, you know what he was doing to you. You know, you're basically already on the run. Like, why would you go back? Why would you go see him? You know, I mean, it's a good question, but a hard answer. I think it was a plethora of things. Maybe she wanted to check his temperature to see, like, well, you know, I'm happy now. You know, I really got something really good going, you know, and whatnot. Even possibly being pregnant, you know, and checking his temperature, like, what is this? Like, are you still after me? Are you still trying to hurt me? Like, can you just leave me alone? Like, are you finally leaving me alone? Like, are we finally to that point to where you gonna go your way and I'm gonna go mine? You know? I don't know. Maybe she was needing to tell him, like, I'm happily in a relationship. Like, I'm done with this. Like, there is no us. Please stop contacting me. You know, I'm so sorry about Kim, you know, and whatnot. But maybe it was that. Maybe that made him angry. Or maybe he wanted to pretend, you know, and be nice to her within that moment. And then when he got her alone, show her that he still owns her. Like, I still own you. I still run you. I still run you. And here's the thing. There was security there. There was security there. He don't go nowhere without security. Security is literally holding the door open and letting them in. So if security is holding the door open and let you in and all of that stuff and whatnot, then why wouldn't security have been outside of the door at least? If they didn't come all the way in Cassie's apartment at the time, they would have at least been outside of the door. So you would have been able to hear her scream and say, don't. Like, so there was definitely security there. Diddy don't go nowhere without security. He's not going to go on a bit. And then again, he didn't know where she lived. So as a safety precaution, you're not just going to go inside of somewhere you've never been. You don't know who's who's there, who this, who that, you know, type of situation. So he definitely has security. So security heard. Just like security will watch and listen to him put their hands on her. They definitely heard that. They definitely did. And they allowed it. So yeah, the plot thickens. And we will get into the security that he had at that time. We will definitely get into that security. But right there, look. He was right outside the door. You see how close he is to Diddy? Okay. Earpiece in and everything. You know this is security. Look. You know this is security. They treat him like the president. They treat Diddy like the president. Oh, he's moving. He's on movie. So headed to the car. Okay, you're here. Okay, we headed down this street. Like they literally treat him like the president. Because he has that many enemies. He has that many enemies. From what I've seen, this Cap. From what I've seen standalone, it's a lot of clickbait. I have not seen anything of Misa filing anything. Clickbait. I have not seen anything on Misa. I've been looking hard, and it's just a bunch of past things. Nothing more so like Justin's DUI and things like that. There's really nothing to tell. She has not filed a lawsuit as of what I've seen, and the act is up for the New York Adults Act. That's done. So if you didn't do it before the deadline, it's over with. It's over with. That it is now is null and void. Well, we have been here over an hour and a half. You know, I try not to keep these videos too long. We will definitely be back. Okay, tomorrow we're going to do a hot topics, and we're going to dive back into some updates on Diddy. Okay, there's a lot. There's definitely a lot that we're going to be getting into. But I love you guys. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to all the new members. Shout out to everybody that's in the stickers, chat, or anything like that. Thank you so much for liking the video. I really appreciate you guys. Please on the playback, like this video. I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, we have a lot more to discuss. But until then, bye. Maybe we'll do a call.